The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hey everybody, welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And it is Wizard basketball tonight as the Washington Wizards go up against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&T Center. Well, for San Antonio, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. Last year, Randy Whitman as a head coach in the playoffs for the first time. What do you make of the job that Whit has done with the Wizards?
Well, he has great experience. He's been coaching for a long time and really knows how it works. He's always a threat to throw a curveball at a team, especially in crunch time. Very defensive-minded, and he's an anti-analytical type of coach.
Yeah. Are you anti-analytical?
No, because I can't even spell it.
Then
for your starting It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs, San Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&T Center. And the Wizards head back to Washington after today's contest. This game, an interesting matchup for them, facing another middle-of-the-pack team. They're looking to take a step forward. This is the type of game that they've got to measure the progress.
Well, I think for Washington, their season hasn't been great and it hasn't been terrible. It's been fairly pedestrian. A few times it's looked like they're about to turn the corner, but they just haven't been able to sustain that winning momentum.
And I'm not quite sure why that is, because I think they've got the talent to be among the league leaders, but it looks to me like it's not going to happen for them this year.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Wall. O'Neal is out there with Vucevic. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's D'Angelo in at the shooting guard. 6 to shoot. Splitter misses. And it's Washington's ball. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And one of the factors in that game was they just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that.
So it's San Antonio now. After the basket by Washington, Parker kicks to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Vucevic setting the pick for Wall. And it's Beal in the corner. And that comes off. The assist by John Wall.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Parker passes to Splitter. Back to Parker. The feed to Green. Jones for 3. Rebound, Washington. Last time they met was in Washington.
Well, they got beat last time because they were, I thought, very passive. I mean, they really didn't attack the hoop. They settled for outside jumpers. And you can see it when you look at the stat sheet and the free throw differential.
Now O'Neal. Following the miss by Terrence Jones from deep. Clark, later in the game, you need to get to the line.
I think you're right, Kevin. You want to get that ball to the rim. Your backcourt needs to drive the ball to the basket, get some fouls racked up on the other team's big people, get a couple of easy points at the foul line. That's how you turn the end game in your favor.
That's just good strategy.
Excellent strategy when you can execute.
He hits the second from the line.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a two-possession game.
Parker outside, and the pass to Burks. Back to Parker. To end the run. O'Neal with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now, here is O'Neal. Right now averaging 15 points a game. They get it again. Passes to D'Angelo. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Here's Wall. Can't get it to go. Good D by Parker. Spurs trail by 5. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Into Green. Dishes to Jones. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
San Antonio ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 5.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. And he gets it to go. Burks has got 5. Last game for the Spurs. They pick up the W against New Orleans.
And that game, guys, was really a perfect example of how important your bench can be. I thought the reserve production was really the key.
Exactly. That was where a lot of their scoring came from. It was a big game for the backups.
Spurs have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Splitter kicks to Burks. Pass to Jones. Right side, Jones. Outside, Green. Off target with his 3. Wizards leading by 4. Beal with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Now the pass to D'Angelo. And it's Wall in the corner. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Well, the shooting guards you see listed there have been the ultra-reliable players for the... Take a look at their...
For a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming the perimeter.
And not just on the perimeter. I mean, all of these players drive the lane very effectively. Yeah, they're excellent outside shooters, but it's getting to the rim and finishing in close quarters that puts those percentages as high as they are.
Now here's Parker. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Now here's Beal. Burks covering. Feeds it to Vucevic. Outside for Beal. Shot is blocked. Now here's Parker. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Green inside the three-point line. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. It's a tie ball game. Ball stolen. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Outside, Jones. Buries the long-range jumper. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Spurs?
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive. Putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Anderson, he's checked in for Splitter. Here's Vucevic. Rejected by Jones. Green kicks to Jones. Beal with the steal. Passes it to D'Angelo. Looking to it.
Oh! Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Assist goes to.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous. this body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Send it a message.
Yes, sir. A message and put it on the highlight reel for later.
Here's Beal. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Physical play in the paint. Dominate. And a moment here to see the numbers for Parker. He's averaging about 14 points a game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And I think the playmaking really stands out to me that he's been doing it. So many times the plays he can generate seem to change the momentum of a game.
I agree wholeheartedly there. I mean, it's underestimated what his passing brings to this team.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Perkins is checked in for Terrence Jones. Barea comes in for Burks. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Tony Parker. Here's Joseph after the basket by Washington. He kicks it to Barea. 6 on the shot clock. Joseph dishes to Barea.
Kevin, we've got a moment here to take a look at what the Spurs have done as far as NBA stats go over the last month. 5th in fewest turnovers per game, 6th in opponent points per game. And they're in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. They've got some glass eaters on that squad.
To me, offense is all about getting good shots, and you can't get good shots unless you're taking care of the ball. And Clark, you talked about those turnover numbers, the lack thereof. I mean, that's impressive. This is a very well-coached, disciplined team.
Pierce is checked in for the Wizards. Etuan Moore comes in for John Wall. Here's Beal. Off the left rim and out.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Anderson outside. The dish to Green. Cranes the three-pointer. Green's got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Beal, the pass to Pierce. To the inside. Bryant. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
And Joseph kicks to Anderson. On the wing, Green. That's tipped. Beal with the steal. Moore dishes to Beal. Pass to Bogdanovich. His three-pointers off the mark. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Barea kicks to Joseph. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Nice job coming off that screen. Green's got 8 points.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to fight over the top of that.
Pass to Bogdanovich. And stolen by Perkins. Goes up at the stripe. Another one falls for San Antonio. Beal against Green. Beal gets a wide open look. Wide open shot is on the money. Beal's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the action.
And I know some people are still opposed to using replay in situations where the call doesn't have a direct effect on the outcome of the game. But I think it has to be used if there's a questionable call, no matter what it is.
Now, I understand the argument against it. It does interrupt the flow of the game a little bit, but it's hard to stand by and simply let an incorrect call stand.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I like it. Each basket is so important in these games that you've just got to make sure you get it right at the end of the quarters.
Tune in next Sunday, January 10th. Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers go up against the Los Angeles Lakers, live from Staples Center. Don't miss it.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
San Antonio's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Vucevic, Wall out there with Porter. And it's D'Angelo in at the 2 spot. Kicks to Jones. Here's Burks. Misses the 3. The Wizards with the lead. And it's Wall in the corner. Cranes the 19-footer. Wall's got the first basket of the second quarter for Washington.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Right wing. Burks with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against New Orleans. Jones dishes to Burks. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second.
What a night so far for Burks. He's got 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
Here's Vucevic. Makes it off the glass. Vucevic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards. And for the Spurs, they're shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Harris kicks to Burks. Right side, Jones. That's good. Jones has got 5 now. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Vucevic setting the big for Wall. To the left wing. Takes the 3. The shot is off. Here's Harris. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Tony Parker's checked in for Anderson. O'Neal's checked in for the Wizards. Bradley Beal comes in for Porter. Outside, Jones. There's the screen. Burks, the pass to Splitter. Jones from outside. That drops. Jones has got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Here's Wall, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Wizards making a switch here. Moore's checked in. To the wing on the left. Now Burks. 8 points for him. Outside, Jones. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Moore with the bucket. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Jones kicks to Parker. Harris outside. Hangs in the air. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
Here's O'Neal. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Wizards lead by 2.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Now, here's Burks. Defense right on him. 5 to shoot. Back to Harris. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Burks can't get it to go.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Harris outside. He feeds it to Burks. Right wing. Harris outside. Out to the wing. Now, here's Burks. He's covered by Beal. Burks' shot is good.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
Wizards have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Beal dishes to Vucevic. It's stolen by Jones. Burks, the pass to Harris. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Washington calls timeout. Lynch is checked in for Washington.
Let's take a moment now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently. 3rd in opponent points per game, 5th in opponent field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Clark, of all the things you just mentioned, to me, I love the opponent's points per game because that's an indication of how hard a team is playing and how smart. And I think this team has shown great balance this season.
Washington shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Beal.
Some good play from Beal in this one. He's got 8 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's made some heads-up plays, Clark. He's done a really nice job defensively.
Harris kicks to Splitter. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. They set the pick. The feed to Harris. 13 feet away. Jones. Burks in the corner. Hits it. From three-point range. Burks has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Vucevic dishes to Moore, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. And the Spurs whistling changes. Perkins comes in for Splitter, and it's Green in for Harris. On defense, San Antonio. It's a 3-point game. O'Neal passes to Vucevic. Second shot opportunity, and there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. Joseph, he's checked in for the Spurs. Parker against Lynch. Kick out to Moore. Beal gets a wide open look. Sinks the triple. Beal's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. He's been great today and just as hot as he was last time out.
And here is Parker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Shot clock at 6. Moore with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Hit his leg. And it's whistled a kick. And the Spurs making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And Washington making a change here. Here's Pierce. And the rejection by Perkins. Moore outside. And it's Beal in the corner. Pass to Lynch. 4 on the clock. And he banks in the layup.
Well, they've really cranked up the intensity, tracking down those loose caroms, stacking up second chance buckets in a big pile.
And those hustle points, Clark, I mean, that's just another reason why they've got the lead here.
Right side, Green. Right side, Green. The fadeaway. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Ryan passes to Lynch. Beal against Green. And Beal kicks to Pierce. And they're running. And it's Green slamming it down.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
While we got a moment, let's now show you the teams that have led the NBA in blocks during the past month. The Wizards 5th.
They've been racking up the blocks lately, so, I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Parker. And a change for the Wizards. Bogdanovich is checked in. The Spurs have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Anderson, a screen on Beal. There's the pick. The drive by Green. No dice from 9 feet out.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but Rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they chased down that pumpkin often.
They grabbed their own miss. Pass to Lynch. A second chance effort. He lays it in. 6 points for him.
Well, he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
San Antonio's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Out to the right wing. Perea with it. Now Pierce defending. Dishes it to Joseph. A 3-ball. Good. Perea who picks up the assist. Joseph's got 5 points so far. Rocky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, two good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
San Antonio's gotten half their shots from 3-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Bryan, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. About halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Let's take a look at Dallas. They've been in peak form as we watch them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, San Antonio. They're down in 7th place.
You know, for the Spurs, they've struggled. To get back to the form they had last year, and I think it's beginning to take a toll on them.
I agree, Clark. And sometimes, you know, when you're a top team one year, the next year you come back, everybody's got a target on you, and they can't wait to play you. And I think that's what's happened with this club. I mean, they have not handled the expectations very well.
.55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Green gets it to go.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
Wall attacking. Soft touch off the glass. Wall's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
San Antonio's gone 4 of 7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. They double him with Wall. Just 5 to shoot. San Antonio with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. A 3 from Anderson. Washington with the rebound.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass, but it hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy.
And It's good. 9 points in the game so far. 5 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Barea. And the first half ends in a close one. It's the Wizards. They lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Paul, how would you assess the team's performance on both sides of the ball thus far tonight?
Well, I thought we turned the ball a little bit. We didn't get back on defense. We just got to settle in defensively, rebound the ball, and get to a rhythm offense. I think we've been doing a well job offense, moving the ball, but we got to settle in defensively.
Paul, thank you for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Talk about great numbers. For Green, he's got 17 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
It's one thing to lie about your digits. It's one thing to say that you live it. It's another thing to admit it. But I admit I got all this paper, plus the prettiest faces that's offered by nature. I drive a case, but he's me Casper. Wanna meet him in my house, I got space like NASA. It don't make me happy by itself, it's sadder. I like my sister Stace when she lost her papa. I've been there, getting stroke and living a trapper. John could do it's ironic but true. A man dies, baby born as fair as Peru. It's a simple clue between us imposters. We hop in the air and don't care what it costs us. Down with a nerve with a pinnacle of marshes. I guess you could say that we fly like saucers. Zapping at it, we're classing that bigger. They catching class rippers, we're crashing that quicker.
San Antonio trailing here. Gerald Green out there with Terrence Jones. And it's Splitter. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Parker in at the point guard position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Wall dishes to Beal. Takes the 13-footer. Another one falls for Washington. Spurs shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Back to Parker. He dishes it to Jones. Parker sets the screen for Jones. Beal on the double team. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Parker. And it's sent back by O'Neal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. All with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. And Beal kicks to Vucevic. The kick out to Wall. O'Neal inside. He's against Splitter. Feeds to Beal. And it's blocked. Now here's Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To the left side wing. Jones sets the pick for Burks. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Wonder no more. Here's a peek. 5th is Bradley Beal.
Those are some tremendous athletes, as we're used to seeing at that spot on the floor. You know, they can pretty much all give phenomenal individual performances on any given night.
And most nights, that's exactly what they do. Every team wants and needs scoring from the small forward position. All of the players on that list provide it.
Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Here's Burks. That's good. Burks has got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
Outside, Wall. Outside for Beal. Looks for O'Neal. Gets it to him. And the basket good. O'Neal's got his third bucket of the night.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
San Antonio calls timeout. Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Jones the pass to Green. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Beal dishes to Vucevic. He kicks to O'Neal. Here's to Angelo. The second effort, and O'Neal gets it to go. And it's a 4-point Washington lead.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Parker drives in. And the rejection by O'Neal. Here's Beal. Can't get it to go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Burks kicks to Splitter. Parker outside. It's intercepted. In transition, here come the Wizards. Outside, Wall. And it's Beal in the corner. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Spurs trail by 7. Parker outside to the wing right side. Spurs passing it around. 5 to shoot. They need this, and good. Takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Parker's got his first points of the night.
Taking a look back over the last month, let's see how Washington stacked up in the NBA ranking. 2nd in field goal percentage, 5th in blocks, and they are in the top 3rd of the league in assists. With the quality of players they have, you thought they might be better there, but not bad.
Now let's talk about the shooting. For a second, Clark, because you look at that number, that's impressive. And that's a direct result of having a game plan every night, being well coached, disciplined, and really working hard and being unselfish in order to get good shots.
Wall passes to O'Neal. Outside for Beal. Shot is off. Great D that time from Green. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Parker leading the charge. Jones with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Here's Parker. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Parker's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Here's Wall, and he throws it down hard with one hand. Nice hops and determination that time, Clark, to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
They get it back, and out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
A different look now for San Antonio. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Splitter. Anderson comes in for Jones. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Parker. Wall's shot is off. Spurs trail by 5. Burks kicks to Anderson. Harris outside. Green with a screen for Harris. Perkins with the screen. Harris dishes to Perkins. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
In transition, here come the Spurs. Harris with the ball. Burks can't get it to go. Washington leading now by 3. And the foul on Alec Burks. Joseph is checked in for San Antonio. Now here's Beal. He's guarded closely. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Beal's got 7 now in this quarter. The Spurs have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Harris kicks to Burks. Anderson, a screen on Beal. Here's Burks. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Burks has got 19 points. Washington has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Beal. He's got 18. Pass to D'Angelo. And it's blocked by Perkins. Ball against Harris. Now the dish to Perkins. That's good. And it's now only a 1-point Wizards lead.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
O'Neal misses. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Anderson passes to Harris. Now the pass to Joseph. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Beal the pass to D'Angelo. Picked by Vucevic. Down low. Banked in off the glass. Vucevic has got 10.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, you know, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
And Joseph kicks to Harris. Shot on the wing. Another shot. No good from Perkins. Wizards leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Here's O'Neal. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And San Antonio called for the foul.
Some fantastic numbers for O'Neal. 8 rebounds, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
Well, you have to protect the rim, Clark. You know that. And when you do that as well as he has today, it really bodes well for your team.
The Spurs making a switch here. Borea's checked in. O'Neal hits them both. There's 1:26 left to play in the third. To the middle. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And now let's take a look at Alec Burks' numbers. How the last month of basketball was for him, averaging about 11 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contribution.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Porter. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Bryan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, they're taking high percentage shots in the paint. I like the way their offense is clicking.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
Kicks to Barea. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. He feeds it to Joseph. Perkins with the screen for Joseph. Just 5 on the clock. Burks. And he... gets it to go. Burks has got 8 points here in this quarter.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Here's Bogdanovich, averaging 8 points a game. Moore passes to Bryan. Here's Bogdanovich, covered by Perkins. Steps back and fires. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the night. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Barea. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
And both free throws good for Barea. Washington leading now by 3. And Bogdanovich kicks to Pierce. He used that pick to perfection. Pierce has got 6 points.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's Moore. No good on the 3. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Wizards lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
On tap this Saturday, January 9th, the Charlotte Hornets go up against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Hoops action.
And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
Here's Bogdanovich. Taking a look at the Wizards. Bogdanovich out there with Etuan Moore. Then it's Pierce. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Bryan in at the center.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Barea dishes to Parker. The feed now to Jones. And here's Anderson from the arc, and the shot is good.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Passes it to Bogdanovich. And yes, sir, that one drops. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Parker kicks to Barea. Jones with the screen on Pierce. Here's Barea. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Green, he's checked in for Anderson. And the Wizards making a change here. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Thanks, Doris. Spurs trail by 5. Parker passes to Green.
Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. You just let him go. Who cares?
Parker dishes to Barea. Back to Parker. 6 to shoot. No good. That would have tied it. Wizards leading by 3. To the inside. Here's D'Angelo. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, he should have made that one. He had plenty of cushion between himself and the defender.
Jones for 3. Good.
That's not the way for a team to get back into a game, by giving up easy shots like that. It has to start at the defensive end.
And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 3 assists tonight. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Spurs.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And something else they've excelled at is their interior defense. A lot of blocked shots for them tonight.
Pass to Beal. This is to O'Neal. Good.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Here's Beal. Second chance shot. Rebounded by the Spurs. Jones has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And J.J. Barea the bucket on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Pass to D'Angelo. He dishes it to Vucevic. And Beal kicks to Wall. Goes up on the high post. Good.
Boy, bad timing. Now is not the time to be giving him that shot.
On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 17-6 run. And Barea has it in the corner.
Checking out the game J.J. Barea is having. 10 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And that may not be the first thing people notice about his performance, but those are important points nonetheless.
That free throw good from Berea.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
Lynch, he's checked in for Washington. Vucevic is screen on Green. Beal the pass to Lynch. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. Burks, he's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Beal, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here. Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
No good on the free throw.
At the line for your Spurs, Terrence Jones.
He's off on the second. Wizards trail by 3. To tie it up. That's good. Beal's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, those are key baskets, and we know he can deliver down the stretch.
Jones sets the pick for Parker. Jones with the screen on Lynch. Feeds it to Splitter. Clock at 6. On the basket by Jones.
Loose defense at such a critical time. You're better off sending him to the line than giving him 2 points.
And Wall. Here we go now. And it's good. Wall's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
They set the screen. Parker kicks to Splitter. Back to Parker. Down low. A step back shot here. And another basket for San Antonio.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Washington's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. And Wall. Here we go now.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slant.
Here's Parker. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Outside, Wall. He kicks it to Vucevic, and there's a whistle. Goes on Terrence Jones. Wizards making a switch here. Beal with it. Clock at 6. Vucevic down low. Defended by Jones. It's Wall with the drop. Outside for Beal. Doesn't go either for Beal. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Green's got the lead up to 5 now for San Antonio. Vucevic setting the pick for Wall. D'Angelo, the pass to O'Neal. Shot is Off. Excellent D that time from Jones. In transition, here comes San Antonio.
You know, they've done some nice work as we come down the stretch and into the final quarter.
I'll say they're looking very determined as they try to close this one out.
We've seen Gerald Green really having a great game.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. Take a look at what John Wall's done. He has 14 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
Well, you can't discount what that's meant to this team. I mean, he's helped their cause with his passing, and it's really given his team a nice groove.
The drive by Green.
Washington foul ball. Bradley. That's his first personal.
And the first one at the line is good.
San Antonio. Gerald Green.
And both free throws good for Green.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency with him. Same routine, same stroke.
It's Beal on the wing. Nailed from three-point land. Beal's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Wizards. San Antonio calls timeout. Jones against Vucevic. Jones dishes to Parker. Outside, Jones. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Parker double teamed. Splitter with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Wizards trail by 5. Outside, Wall. And it's Beal in the corner. The pass to D'Angelo. Wizards passing it around. And again, Washington with the triple.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Parker kicks to Burks. Poked away. Oh, and here comes Wall all alone.
Oh, how about that basketball fan? Beautiful. Wow. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. Some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I'd say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
San Antonio calls timeout. The score is tied at 105. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. And Washington making a change. Let's just check in. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Now Burks. The dish to Green. Kicks it to Jones. Back to Green. Nails the tray.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
O'Neal is spin on Green. Beal.
Look out, man.
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
Now here's Burks. He's covered by Beal. Burks, the pass to Parker. Now here's Burks. Not a lot of room. Another shot. Sinks it. Big time bucket there, Clark.
And Kevin, the crowd is loving it.
Well, they know exactly how big that shot was. Well, they're still within reach, but they need a hoop pretty much every time down the floor.
Well, they've got a little life, but they better execute every time.
The kick out to Wall. He feeds it to Beal. Vucevic setting the pick for Beal. Passes it to Vucevic. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd, Clark.
You know, that's exactly what you got to do. Take them out of the equation. Make those fans be quiet.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did. Man, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And so he drops them both. It's a three-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're losing by 3. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, they've got two options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Vucevic is screen on Green. Beal dishes the Wall. He nails it, and we're tied up.
This game has taken on a new feel since halftime.
For sure. The energy level on both sides has gone way up after the break.
San Antonio calls timeout. Parker drives in. Count it!
You know, difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Gerald Green.